Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of Wrestle Talk Radio on DBN Network. I am your host, CJ Matthews, and we have a heck of a lot of stuff to talk about today, ladies and gentlemen. So let's not waste any time and get this party started. Okay, thank you. First things first, there's a lot going on in the E-Feds. Now, it seems to me that people think they can just show up into other people's place of work and there's going to be no consequences to their actions. Now, last week I was here. We had J.K. Ross in the studio, and basically, but we'll get to him in a minute. Somebody please answer this for me. Hollywood Shane Jericho. We all know who his father is, and we all know who his mom is. But basically, somebody please explain, if anyone out there can explain this to me. What in the hell is he thinking? You picking a fight with guys who work in a whole different company. You show up at a pay-per-view from another company, then almost get into an altercation with the reuniting E5 members, then get into a verbal conflict with Devil Dog. What is this guy thinking? Now, don't get me wrong. He can bring it in the ring. Don't get me wrong. He's very talented. I will give him that. But my thing is, dude, stop trying to be in everybody's pot. Stop trying to be in everybody's stuff. My God, man, handle your own shit. For once in your life, Shane, handle your own stuff. I mean, his brothers, Brandon and JR, they don't even get involved in other people's stuff. His sister, Brittany, who's a hell of a female talent in Japan, she's not even getting involved in other people's things. I mean, for my God, Shane, please handle your own shit. Before it comes to a point, someone will knock your head right off your shoulders. Please. Now, in other news, we seem to have an interesting little situation here between BCW dominant heavyweight champion Garrett Spear and WEW star Craig Murdoch. This Australian MMA powerhouse who was undefeated in MMA and who's pretty much undefeated in professional wrestling, close to 7 feet tall, has pretty much been a monster in both business, in MMA and in the wrestling ring. He seemed to have an interesting confrontation with Garrett Spear, BCW dominant heavyweight champion. Now, basically, from what my sources tell me, that this pretty much happened outside of a nightclub in Fulton, New York, where apparently Craig Murdoch, I don't know, I guess accidentally bumped into Brooklyn Von Braun, who happens to be the wife of, anyone who doesn't know, who happens to be the wife of Garrett Spear, and Kurt Angle, the son of the gold medal. And for those of you who don't know, Garrett Spear is the real life son, the son of the Olympic gold medalist. Well, you know who he is. Basically, I don't know, get fresh or something. I don't know. If something was said, and then Garrett didn't like what Craig Murdoch had said, and pretty much it almost led to an issue where pretty much security had to come in between them, and basically it led to. But it didn't stop there. These guys were throwing jabs at each other on Twitter. I mean, Craig said if he ever stepped in a WEW ring, he'd crush him, step on his head. And Garrett responded, if you ever had the balls to step outside that ring and come into my world, I will suplex you through a car. I mean, this thing is crazy between these two. Now, we tried to get in touch with Baron Blade about the situation with his talent going off half-cock on the internet. And pretty much try to get in touch with BCW. They're saying they have no comment. Try to get in touch with Baron Blade. He's nowhere to be found. I mean, look, Baron, you had issues with Danger. I mean, we all know about your issue with Danger and his situation, blah, blah, blah. And also Cole Quinn and a lot of situations and nonsense what went down, and pretty much now you got yourself a new champion who's dominant, who's pretty much carrying your company. I'm going to give you a little helpful advice, Baron. Don't be a horse's ass and let him walk out the door, because he is that good, he's that dominant, he's pretty much beaten everyone in your company, and pretty much now he's pretty much doing this world tour and fighting everyone all over the world. It's time to step up, Baron. You have guys in your company that are too damn talented. Well, one of them is too damn talented to just let him walk out the door. Now, on from there, let's get into that everybody's talking about. Tyler Ace appeared. There was a West Coast show that happened not too long ago, and Tyler Ace appeared on the show stating that on the big screen that he will be making his return back this week, and he will be in a triple threat match against Noah Reese, and Rock DeLeon. So, are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? Now, Tyler has been out. Now, it's true. Tyler has been out of action for quite a while. Some might even say a little thing called ring rust. But I've seen videos of him training, and I think he's ready to go. Now, the question is, what about his quote-unquote stable? There's still no explanation on why Trey Jeter attacked Manny Ortiz. Manny is still not too thrilled that he was attacked and assaulted at the hands of Trey Jeter. So basically, Trey Jeter, well, I don't know what Trey Jeter is pretty much doing or have to say about any of this, but I know Manny is still wants to get his hands on Trey Jeter. We tried to get a word at his house, but he wasn't home. So we spoke to his wife, Akira, and she basically stated, as I quote, that her husband has been in the gym training day in and day out. When till his suspension is over, he's ready to step back into the ring and take care of business. So even asked her, does she see her husband re-signing with HWA? She couldn't give me a comment on that. Now, news 3Dub, which Manny also showed up to that, there seems to be an issue between Gorilla Cruz, James Black, Cold Shields, and Devil Dog. Now, apparently, I don't know what the hell. This is getting crazy. Now, first, apparently, it was an issue between James Black and Devil Dog. Now, Cold Shield's involved. Now, Gorilla Cruz is involved. Now, basically, Gorilla Cruz is making a proclamation that he's going to get his hands on all three of these guys, one or another. And also, it's funny, you know how earlier in the show I spoke about Shane Jericho? Shane said, as I quote, that he will purposely fly to the States, even though he does not know Gorilla Cruz personally, that he will purposely fly to the States just to see that match. He even said, as I quote, if Devil Dog takes a swing at him, he will put that old dog out to pasture. Wow. Yes, we're back. So, as I was saying, I would like to stress and note that Devil Dog seems to have a little interesting little tidbit or a feud with apparently the boys here. And I think, and no, I believe, excuse me, that this thing with Devil Dog, James Black, Coach Shield, Gorilla Cruz, now for some weird reason, Jericho is injecting himself into this mess. I don't know what the hell is wrong with this person, but he really needs to stop that and basically focus on his own shit before these dudes come to Japan and I don't know, start wreaking havoc because he pissed off a whole lot of people. Now, on to the basic situation with Tyler Ace. Now, a lot of people, some people are excited about Tyler Ace getting back in the ring. Cool. Yeah, and I am one of them. But also, there's another bunch of people who also seem to be having an issue and a problem with Tyler Ace because he has a reputation of breaking up marriages or cheating or home wrecking and messing with people's relationships and stuff like that. I mean, look, that should be irrelevant. I mean, he's a hell of a wrestler, don't get me wrong. He's one of the best cruiserweights in the world. He's true, he's earned that title. But my problem here is that you got people who are talking about that non outside the stuff thing. I mean, there are a lot of wrestlers who do not like Tyler Ace, and one of them happens to be Ewan Taylor, um, a cruiserweight from WEW. Um, Dorado, Manny